Alright, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the stream. We're playing Rising Star 2 again, so switch over, capture the game real fast. There we go, that's all set. Now we're starting off the stream. We have a little bit of a problem. Snail left and Epitaph Fox left. Those are our guitarist Al Stacy. Snail and founding drummer Epitaph Fox are gone. Mozzie ain't happy. Ebag ain't happy. Got a couple of theories, but theories aren't really going to do us any good right now. Big problem is we are right on the verge of going on tour. In fact, we already scheduled our tour, and this is our album release date right here, and then we're like right on the road doing our tour. So we traveled over to London last time. We booked up a bunch of shows to watch all through the week to give them something to be happy and watch and not be upset. We're trying to stall out of them leaving our band on us. And we need to get some new members recruited so that we can go out on tour, and we're gonna do our best to recover from this tailspin. If we just absolutely can't, for every band as big and iconic as AC/DC, there are a lot of bands that just do a couple of really small local albums like we did and then fade into obscurity. So if we can't fix this problem before our tour, we'll just call the save. But right now we're going to try and schedule up as many shows as we can. Have them watching shows, have them practicing with their new lineup so we can get ready to release this album and get out on tour. And like Janice, for instance, we have her at a 30, and she's got 46 from just the equipment she has, so hopefully she'll be okay. We need to find a guitarist though, and I'm hoping we can recover from this. Maybe instead of like, I was coming over here, I was looking at our song difficulty, like we're probably not going to be playing a lot of these higher difficulty songs, but we have a big catalog of varying degrees of popular lower difficulty songs from older albums, so we just might have to focus on getting ready to do those. This might turn into a throwback like Conspirators 1, Conspirators 2 set list for us, but anyway, we're just going to see how it goes. First off, we're going to do a couple of shows, let them watch those, and get into a better mood so we can stall off Ebag and Mozzie wanting to leave, and then we're going to have to look really hard to find a... Actually, we're not going to look super hard. We don't really have the time to be picky. We're less than a month from release and less than a month from a tour, so we got to find somebody to play our material for us so we can get through this tour and figure out where we go from there. That's our game plan. We're going to watch these shows, and before shows we're going to look around to try and find people to watch, and people to hire to be a new guitarist. We're going to see how good we can set up for this tour with the time we have left. Hopefully this won't be the Conspirators' last hurrah. I hope this is just a little bit of like dramatic, like do a little bit of role play and like there's some lineup difficulties. It happens, right? But let's go watch our show and see if we can spare our band from losing the other two members. Let's skip the results. That's 23 happiness for them, so that's good. They'll buy us a little bit of time. We'll go back to our London home that we got, and I want to do like practicing, but we're about to change our lineup, and that's going to affect our playability by changing our lineup anyway, so we're just gonna have to deal with watching the shows and not really putting effort into playing until we can find a guitarist. We got here. Al likes upon a show, experienced guitarist. Let's take a look at him. Good stage presence, okay playing. Great ego too, but I'm feeling like what we want to do is look for somebody who practices a lot. So we have lay down tracks. So we got recording, stage presence, crowd pleaser, so he's stage presence as well, recording. He ain't looking like we really have a good fit here. Okay, let's watch our shows. Let's score a bit of a happiness to keep everybody from quitting on us. And we are gonna go around a couple different locations and look for people we can possibly hire to be our new guitarist. Oh, clicked off of that, go away. Alright, so that's basically our thing right now. We're gonna watch the shows, we're gonna get happiness back. And that'll buy us a little bit of time to go look around. See if we can hire a new musician to join us. That's 16 happiness, so they're at 92. She's 100, which is great, but we don't really care about her, so let's rest again. Let's watch one more show, and then we're gonna travel off with them all at 100, and we're gonna do a couple of nearby towns and see if we can possibly find a decent practice-based guitarist. As higher practice will influence our ability to get our songs up to a higher play quality, and it will make it easier for us to play more complex songs, so that we don't necessarily limit ourselves on what we can play. Here, I'll start with Southampton. It's closest. Got that show in England, but we're not gonna make that show, I don't think. We're just gonna focus on looking for a guitarist. Veteran skilled songwriter, don't care. Veteran guitarist, ready to rock. I think ready to rock is a play skill, right? Oh, but that ego. We want to avoid really high egos. Like, at all cost. Yeah, she's got decent ego. Play skill, I mean, actually we can artificially raise that with equipment. So that's still not necessarily a bad choice, and that production could be helpful if we want to combine ideas to make good songs. I don't think anyone's higher in production that we have. I think our good production person... Yeah, our good production person bailed on us. Here. No, we'll give Mia a shot. Let's give her a conspirator's shirt. Questions. Yeah, there you go. She has a conspirator shirt. The green looks pretty cool. I'm not too sold on the mohawk though, but sure, let's go with that. We'll just keep what we got. And you need to get rid of that stuff. Let's do, there you go, good playing. Playing and stage presence. Playing and stage presence strings. Let's get you a bunch of those before we practice and go on tour. Let's get one of them. Let's get one of them. If I remember, I think you can have 3. So there you go. What did we make Mia's? There you go, we have Mia up to a 42 playing, just throwing in her equipment and stuff. And Janice and Damon don't really get along, but everyone else is more or less looking okay. Let's go watch one more show. Let's go see if we can catch our show. Let's go watch our 2 shows just for good measure. And our main focus is we want to get through our tour. So if we can get through our tour, we'll see how they level up on the tour and if we want to keep them around, and if we have to make a lineup change afterwards, we'll make lineup changes afterwards, but right now our main focus is let's get ready for our tour. Alright, let's practice. What's our album for look like? Sort by difficulty, our highest is 73 and then 68, and this ain't a really difficult set list, so let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we have like 11 songs if I counted right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like we have 12. Most of them are on the easier spectrum though, so hopefully we'll practice our album 4 set just to see how they do playing our new stuff. Might as well use that inspiration too and see what we can do. Our highest quality stuff will be from these 3, but 17 ego, 28 ego. We change one of her attributes, so all social celibacy. Sure, we'll do drug addiction just because it's in. Anything wiggling around we can develop. And that gives us a 20 right there. Don't really have a lot of other things we can do. Here, let's combine these Janice abilities, or Janice parts. We'll see if we can whip something out that includes them, why not? Get those. Looks like our best quality one of these cuts off everything we can do lyrically. Consumerism, but that doesn't give us a rhythm. Let's see if we do those. Yeah, we're not really looking like we can make anything. Alright, well, let's just focus on practicing our set. And if people look like they're getting unhappy, we'll adapt as we need to. But it looks like we should be able to get most of these pretty. We're just doing a couple days at a time to see if anyone starts to get unhappy again. Mia's not feeling well. Right, we smell Alina can only hit a 71 with their existing play skill, even with instruments boosting them up, just because that's such a complex song, which is fine. Yeah, that's a 73 difficulty. Attitudes change. Destitution, drug addiction are in. Effect doesn't make a difference to our current compatibilities. Let's keep going on what we have. Practice another couple of days. And we're a week away from our tour. Actually, less than now, so the 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 4 more days we can practice, and that is the day we release our album and then hit the road for the tour. Well, they're ready for us to release that, so let's go do that and buy some copies of it that we can take on the road with us. Assemble a CD. Use cover design. The song's too good for a crappy label. Right. There you go. So we were doing these ones. Should be what we have. That's 9. Where's the other one? There you go. Dancing in Hell was going to be a throwaway song for us. So slip that in somewhere. Release our CD. Let's buy the CD. I don't even want with us. We'll start with 15,000. $10 a piece. We don't want to buy those. We want to go do a Discog and merch. Drop that record down because it's our most recent one. Drop that down to 5 as well. You know, we'll buy a couple of these. We're gonna be playing a lot of songs from these albums, I reckon. So bought those, right? Or did I click something wrong? Alright, let's get 3,000 copies. Oh wait, I think I need to be at the buys. No, I bought them. I bought more than I wanted of them. Alright, well, they're cheap. Whatever. 8,000 shirts too, so we're probably gonna need some more shirts. Let's come over here. Chauffeur to a print shop. We'll buy. Let's get 22,000. We'll bring it up to an even 30. We're gonna move a lot of shirts. What is our current gig banner? Did we even make one? I don't remember. Alright, well, let's get up to Glasgow. Let's do our first show and see how this goes. Oh, actually, it's a one-day trip, so we're already... Now we just need to get a hotel and wait. There's a day we could have used for practicing. Actually, let's do a banner designer. What can we recall? No. So considers 1, 2, 3. The U.S. Alright, so we don't have a... We never got around to a banner for this tour. Here, so we'll just... Here, we'll do our conspirator skull. Scale it up. Make it that really, really dark red. And no, we'll just keep it like that. There's our Conspirators 4 banner. Let's see, motel. A hotel right here. Let's check ourselves into this. Brad loves us. We're about to go on tour. They're totally happy. We just released a record. What is this game? This game is called Rising Star 2. It's a band game basically. You make your one guy to start off with. There's me, the bassist, and this is our rest of our band. And you start off doing small gigs, and you get ready to record songs. We've done 4 albums, so we have a lot of songs already. And you go on tour. And you try and make a lot of money. Actually, today, November 12, 2009, we just released our record, and we're staying in a hotel overnight in Glasgow. And we're going to do our first show for this tour tomorrow. Alright, so we're going to come over here. Oh, it's very fun. It's a little stressful right now, though. I wasn't paying attention to how happy my band members were, so less than a month from releasing this album, 2 of them quit and 2 more were about to quit. Luckily, the vocalist and the keyboardist, they almost quit, but we kept them. Now we have a new guitarist and a new drummer here. And we need to try and put on a really good show and do the best we can, because we didn't really have as much time as I would have liked to practice. Here, let's right now we're picking different songs that we've done. Like, we're looking at play skill. Right here's attitudes. That's like if they're trending or not. Like, for instance, right now, really technical songs and songs about destitution and drug addiction, those ones are in. They have the up arrow. I don't think we have a technical song right there. We have a destitution song right here, but really we're focusing on stuff that had really low play skill, because it would be easier to teach them how to do it right before a tour. So we'll do something like that to try that out. Let's see how they like our show. The bottom right there, audience energy level. No, that's how energetic they are. Like, do they want to like jump up and down and be excited and really energize and the interest levels, how engaged they are with the show. So, like those really high quality songs, get them really energized and into it, but it wears them out. And if they get too tired and they just burn out of steam, they're less engaged because they're like, oh, we're so tired of all these high energy songs, jumping around, excited and shit. Let's see, how do we do? They were just okay with our set. Like, they didn't hate anything. They didn't really love everything though, because these two don't really have the playing and the stage presence to put on a show like our guys who have been on the road with us for 3 years now. So we'll do a little bit of stage presence for both of them. We're also going to want to raise their playing as they level up as well, so that we can play our songs better. We are also going to be interested in developing their skills at writing songs and writing lyrics, because band members like to be involved with the songwriting process, and if they're not really playing a bunch of songs that they took part in, they're not going to be happy if we're not like playing and releasing stuff they were part of. Luckily, 17 out of 100 and 28 out of 100 for ego. They have pretty low egos, so it's going to take a little longer before they're like, hey, why aren't we playing our shit? So really, we just want to so that'll get us through this 2-month tour that we've got. November 13th to Christmas Eve. It's not one of the longer tours we've ever done, so as long as they're playing shows and they're happy that they're playing shows, it'll be a little bit before they get unhappy for not being involved in the songwriting process. So that'll give us time to get out of this record commitment that we've already had and that we had to adapt to having our other two people leave and then get replacements like weeks before. Once we're through with our commitment, we'll have time to let them level up those skills and take part in the songwriting process. Right now, our concern though is half the band did quit, the other half almost quit. We just want to put on as good a show as we can and try not to lose anyone else with the big tour going on. That show's done. There's a lot of actual gameplay and a lot of it's like really fun. There's a lot you can do in it, but I'll be honest with you, watching a tour, this is like oh hey, that's the highest one of our records ever debuted at. Anyway, like I was saying, this is not one of the more exciting gameplay loops to look at, really. I just hit the map, go to a town, do a gig, go to the next town. But there is stuff you can do. It's just right now we're on a tour. We'll just pay to chauffeur here. Now, we're on a tour, so there ain't a whole lot to do. What we can do, though, which is fun to do, I can take this TV, throw it at this mirror. It costs us money, because bills for damaging the place. Our manager doesn't like... There we go, now it broke. Our manager doesn't like that we broke stuff, but it makes everybody happy and gives them inspiration to help write songs. Over here, is there anything we can write? These are all really low quality. Oh, because two of our really good songwriters quit, so that affects the quality of what we can write. We'll develop those just 2, I guess, but they're not really gonna do anything for us. This part though is basically like a little puzzle. You click and then it shows like what's compatible here. No, red is stuff people aren't really into right now. Green is stuff they are into. For lyrics, like obviously like instruments, whatever, but lyrics, that's what that is. Yeah, we don't really have the skill quality anymore to write really top-notch songs because 2 of our best songwriters quit the band, so kind of gotta start fresh there. And this set's working out for us. Like, they don't hate the set, and the more they play it, the more those skills are going to go up. So, actually, let's sort by popularity. Part of me wants to play something a little more popular, get them excited, but these are songs off our new record, so as much as it'd be nice to play some of the old popular songs, it helps it helps sales and getting people into our new album if we're actually playing stuff from the album on the tour of the album's about. See our results. Mariah's Eyes went up in popularity, that's good. Selling a bunch of shirts. Moved a couple of copies of records. Could have been better, but it's okay. And we had 58 interest, which is not the greatest, but it could be worse. I'll give you some of that. You will give more stage presence. That'll be fine. Higher we get our stage presence, the better our interest level by the end of the shows will be. Like Mia standing up straight as a board on the right side of the stage, just playing guitar, not really moving. It's fine, like we're able to play the songs competently, but it's less interesting than like our bassist moving around or our vocalist like dancing around like he did. Come on, stop the van, thank you. Oh, Pearl is Thirsty and Dancing in Hell went up in popularity, so that's good. Janice, because these 2 are level 13, level 14. These ones are at level 50, they're not leveling up anymore, but these 2, because they're such a low level doing these bigger shows, they're actually leveling up reasonably quickly. We're going to spend a couple levels giving them stage presence and playing, so that we can play our songs and put on a good show, and then once those are up a decent ways, we're going to focus on songwriting for them so we can get them into the writing process. Yeah, it's a fun game. There's actually a lot to do to it, even though it looks really simple. It's not the prettiest game ever, but there's a lot to do to it, and it's being actively developed and features are being added to make it more enjoyable, so I like it. I've been playing it for about 2 months, and this is my second save on it. Those are still going good. Everybody's happy and inspired after doing their shows. It's always good to see. Let's get your stage presence up. The yellow one here, that's their aptitude. So that gets like double points. Like for every like 1 click of anything else, it gives 1 point. That one it gives 2. So this goes up really quickly. But we're not really focusing on this one too much. Production doesn't really help us on the road. That's more useful for like the recording studio, obviously. So our main priority is getting them up to skill with everyone else on their playing and their stage presence, because we're on the road, and what's a really good show is what matters right now. Their skill in the studio doesn't matter to me right now. Right now we have to head down to Birmingham for our next gig. Home of Black Sabbath. And we're gonna keep doing this set. They've already put effort into practicing it and playing it, so they're getting good at this set. And as their play skill goes up, the maximum rating for how well they play the song is going to go up. So it's beneficial to us to have that play skill go up and keep performing songs that they're already working on. Leo, we can change one of your attitudes. What's everyone else's attitudes? Drug addiction, hometown pride, law order, hometown pride, drug addiction. Your wealth ain't in, so let's do, there goes sex, drugs, rock and roll. And having similar attitudes affects their compatibility on this little pentagon here. Oh Mia, I never leveled you up because I was looking at I could change your attitude finally. Here, let's bring that up again. Now we go to Lester. Same set, it's working for us. Why change it? We probably should shuffle a couple of other songs into the rotation here and there, because if the attitudes change at some point, and whatever theme of the songs are that we're playing change, that's going to affect audience interest level. Oh, Newport, back home to Wales. Songs Too Good for our crappy label went up 13 positions to 446. So that's good. Conspirators 3 went up a bit as well. These ones, they're still dropping, but those are our oldest albums. So that doesn't really matter so much. And it's Sunday. So we'll just go to a hotel, check in for the night, because our gig's not till tomorrow and we're already in town. And we're close enough to Cardiff, we could drive home and practice songs, but we're not gonna. We're gonna actually be in Cardiff in the next day or two for a gig anyway. Janice, you can go up again. Since playing is your aptitude, we'll sync everything into that, get that up to 48, that'll be okay, and then we'll probably put a little bit more into stage presence, and then we'll start thinking about giving you, you want writing music or writing lyrics? Ebag's maxed on writing lyrics, Mozzie is really high on writing music, and Damon's maxed on writing music, so Janice, we're probably gonna give writing music. Mia, I don't quite know yet what we're gonna give her. We've fulfilled our 10 gig obligation to the record label, so we're officially free and clear of our really crappy contract that we got. Now we can focus on just touring to promote the record and make money for the rest of our tour. We'll go to the Cardiff City Theatre for this show. We had a better set than usual. Cardiff is our hometown. We've got a lot of reputation here, so we generally do pretty good when we're back home. And I think our next gig is just down the road in Swansea, so we can head back to our house. And we can practice a little bit and try to write a song. And there we go, we got a 25 here. Only a 3 for Janice there, but that's still a 68 quality overall, and it's not terribly difficult either. I think we'll commit to writing that. And we could make it 75 with a higher difficulty melody piece that's higher quality. But I think we're going to go with that 3 so we can let Janice have something that she's part of. Yeah. We'll do that. And it's a love song. Oh, there's an Orianthe song that came out last year that I really like called Rescue Me. Let's steal that title. That sounds like a good love song title. Right. We wrote a song. We'll give it a tag just for just my own organization purposes. I tag every song. Like the same thing, like all these Fist ones, they were first album, second album, third album, fourth album, fifth album. I would just say at a glance, I know all the dumpster songs are from this album. Trophy songs, these are all the previous album before that, so on and so forth. Yeah, we need to drive down the road. Just brief little 33-mile hop and get to Swansea in time to do our gig. Are we looking on merch? We still got 26,000 shirts. A lot of records on hand still as well. But we don't need to worry about buying merchandise right now. There you go, 3,600 bucks just off the show. Man, another a little over $2,000 on other merchandise. It's not a big stadium venue, so we're not making as much as we possibly could. I'll give you stage presence to level up. And I think maybe we'll give you writing music next time around. Oh, let's do that. Our next gig, we have to backtrack down to Southampton and get ready to Southampton, London, and then we're going into the mainland to keep going on our tour. And Janice can level up. Yeah, let's give Janice some songwriting. We want Janice and Mia to be involved at some point. And we're ending off this week in London, and then it looks like next up on the map should be Dunkirk in France to start the new week off. Yep, Dunkirk for our next gig. Actually, we're in London and we have a second house there, so we could have totally saved money and stayed at our house instead of coming here and then getting a hotel, because we just have to cross the channel. Like, why am I driving around? I can look here and find a place to stay. The Giselle Peak Theater. Oh, there we go. Yeah, busy night at the counter, so actually made a bit more money. Not a bit more, we made it's like $2,500 more on merchandise than we got paid for that. Which is good. I'm all for making money, and this isn't one of the bigger tours that we've had, so we're not going to get rich off it, but at the very least, we're going to make a little bit of something. Alright, you can level up. I'll give you a little bit more for songwriting. Your equipment is really supplementing your play skills, so we'll give you a little bit of that. For equipment, you can have 2 more effects processors, it looks like, as well. I can get you a couple of effects processors at the next music store we're at, and be able to artificially boost either your playing or your stage presence for a little bit. Actually, I fast traveled there just out of habit, but let's go to a deluxe music store real fast. See if we can score you 2 more effects processors. We'll do one of those, and we'll do one of those. Make sure everything's in good condition. How are we looking? You've got plenty of sticks, a couple of cymbals, good drum kit on ya. If we sink the money into getting you one of these, that'll give you way better for stage presence. That will give you way better for stage presence. So that will help us out. Yeah, let's do our gig. Get those guitars in tune, get those drums set up and ready to go. Oh, nice, 82 interest. Yeah, we've got you at effectively a 44 and a 46 with equipment factored in. Or a 59 and a 50 equipment factored in, so we'll put a little bit of effort into getting them into the songwriting process for a couple of level ups. Let's go to a do I, something like that. Next up is Antwerp, Belgium. You gotta quickly fast travel where we have to be. I hit start, didn't I? There we go. I guess I clicked in that dead zone just under the button, not paying attention. Fix my company memory foam ass cushion real fast. Makes it way more comfortable to sit in this particular chair for a long time, because it ain't a comfortable chair. Next up is the Netherlands for a couple of gigs. Those songs really aren't going up in the interest level. Did the attitude change and I didn't pay attention? No, they like the performance. This crowd just ain't as into us as other groups. I'll give you some writing music. You are fine for now. And you know, once we get off our last 3 weeks of touring, we'll look for stuff that will supplement their songwriting so we can hurry up and get them involved. A hotel right here. So nice being able to fast travel like that with the manager being able to show for us. Just a bummer it costs $100 a pop. Oof, yeah, it was a really slow night at the merch counter. Miss Mia. Well, let's give you a little bit of writing music. Alright, we're officially at the 2-week mark by the looks of it. So 2 more weeks on the road. And our obligations for this record are finished. You will give... I'll give you some more of that. Yeah, this is the rest of our set right here. Zwally, and then we just skip around through Germany a little bit. Not the biggest tour we've ever had. And this only was about 2 months or so, and yeah, about finished closer to a month and a half probably. Usually we do like 2.5, 3 month tours. Sort by popularity, see how things are going. How are the dumpster songs? 8, 7, and 6 for the 3 highest dumpster songs. Okay. Not as popular as some of our older stuff, but we are getting by. Actually, let's give you a little bit of production. That will be useful in the studio at some point. And since they're such lower level, they're getting a lot of level ups doing this tour. Let's save the $100 and drive across the road to get here. Ain't that far. It's not like we have to drive all the way across town or anything. We've climbed up to 434 with the Songs Too Good for a Crappy Label album. And we have the Sunday off. Well, let's design a t-shirt. We haven't done that in a while. Why not? Go for that really dark color. Let's take a look at some fonts that we have here. Maybe we'll look at changing the font from what we've been using just to do something different. Oh, that one's kind of cool. That's the one we normally use, font 27. If we clicked a little too far, I want to see what that is. We're not using that. Actually, I kind of like that. That like worn out kind of look. Oh, let's keep that in our safe zone. Bring it not quite that high, but we'll put that at the top. We'll do our conspirator skull. Oh, we like change the blend a bit. We can go for like a faded out kind of design, it looks like. Now let's drop that layer a bit. Maybe we'll add another graphic just to make it interesting. Let's see what we have here. Sure, we'll add that. Drop that layering a little bit. Let's scale that down. Twiddle with the blend amount just a little bit. And let's make that element. We'll make that element darker, and we will brighten that element. Actually, I don't really like that shield, to be honest, so I think we won't. I hope that shield's not there when I maybe we just need to if we add something else, will that like update it? Yeah, that updated. Drop that. Darken that. So let's drop it again. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's get rid of that altogether. I call it Conspirators Faded because of that font, and then we can tell it apart from the other ones. You're at a print shop anyway, so I'll buy a couple of those shirts just so we can get some of them into the rotation. And let's have some of you wear them, see what it looks like. Ah, I kind of like that. Mons, I like the trench coat and all, but the trench coat's gonna go. You can have one of those as well. And I kind of like that. And that's enough screwing off. Where's the nearest hotel? All the way across town. We're gonna spend that $100 because I have the money. I'm lazy. Now let's rest. And let's get to this arena that we're playing at. And 10,000 people watching us perform. And we have a pretty good show for not ever being in this town before. How they like us. About the same as everyone else. But they didn't hate us, and that's what matters. Looks like we're doing alright for ourselves on this tour, despite the lineup change at the last minute. Oh, Brunswick. Oh, it looks like Janice can level up as well. Let's take a quick peek at her. Yeah, let's just crank a bunch into her playing. Now that's 73. Or it's like 50 whatever, but it's effectively 73 with equipment bonuses. Oh, we're looking good. They're all inspired. These guys aren't really getting any inspiration though, I'm noticing. Janice, you can level up. Actually, we'll give you some playing. So next up is Rostock, Germany. guys still at... Yeah, you guys are still at 50 inspiration. You know, change your attitudes. Let's get some, let's get some other, ideas in for, songwriting. You only write music, so yours doesn't matter. We'll just make it drug addiction to match. Oh wait, we're already in the place we have to be at. "50 inspiration, 50 inspiration, 50 inspiration." If we try writing something and we force that to change, will it change? Hey, you guys just don't really have a lot of good ideas on hand. Okay, let's write something we don't care about just to empty out their inspiration and see if it will climb at their shows. Or maybe they're just not entertained. Maybe they're just not inspired by songs about being on the road anymore. I don't know. Yeah, 0 change in inspiration. Yes, we're about to end the tour. Let's see if it goes up when that's done. Maybe they're just... I don't know, maybe it just tapers off over time on tour and I've never noticed. Now, normally we can write a bunch of songs on tour and it's not really looking the case this time. Alright, the girls can level up again. Stage presence. You will finally put a decent effort into leveling up writing music. Now we just have to go to Leipzig and Dresden. And our tour for this album is going to be complete. Hey, you guys got inspiration. You guys did not get inspiration. Huh. See, ending the tour usually gives a lot of inspiration. Let's see if that's the case. Because I've never seen them not get inspiration before. Alright, the tour's done. And you guys have nothing for inspiration. Why? Huh. See, how many copies have we moved of? We sold 68,000 of this record, so not really so well as these other ones that have been going for quite a while. Alright, well, now that the tour is done, we're gonna save the game. We are going to get ready to end off the stream. I just wanted to see if we could successfully do our tour. Now let's look at the let's look at the patch notes. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about inspiration. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I cannot think of any reason why the original 3 members were getting absolutely no inspiration. That is puzzling. I was waiting on the game to quit for me. There we go, it took its sweet frickin' time. Now the stream's over. Let's see who's streaming at the moment. Is there anyone streaming that we want to pop in and watch? We'll play it safe and we'll just do Hethykins as usual. Oh, she's streaming Terraria right now, it looks like. A game I've heard the name of, but I'm not familiar with. And I just like hanging out in Hethykins' channel anyway. So I'll just let this thing load so I can hear her surprised expression every time we pop in. There we go. Hethy's ad is done. So let's pull up our raid button so we can go say hello. There you go, raid coming. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll probably catch you sometime on Monday with our next stream of whatever we feel like doing. Oh, thanks for hanging out. See y'all later. Passing you over now.